and welcome to Reddit Up, the show all about Reddit.
I'm Chad Johnson.
I'm Chad Johnson. I was like, what do I say something here?
You just introduce yourself. You know, I'm Sarah Lane. I'm still trying to like our theme music.
Bow, 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 bow.
I mean, I said it a couple weeks ago, I don't like it. And everyone was like, Sarah, be quiet, it's fine.
We all agree that we really like it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, eventually I just have to let it go. But I'm like, okay, I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's growing on me. And it will continue to, hopefully.
I liked all the memes in there. You see.
It's just the music specifically.
A horse-sized duck or duck-sized horses.
Sure, yeah. I don't know what it reminds me of. But again, I think it's just new.
Yeah, it's just new.
Also new is this show. In fact, Reddit Up is Twit's newest show that is still technically in beta. We are on episode number 5, and we're getting all the kinks ironed out and figuring out what the perfect format is so that you have as fun a show as we do. Reddit, of course, is a social news website. As a user, you could submit links that you want people to talk about and vote other people's links up and down. Sometimes they're stories, sometimes they're images, sometimes it's just good, clean fun, and sometimes it isn't. But it's a plethora of information, so we figured what better than to make a complete show around this wonderful world that is Reddit.
Yep, and everyone's experience on Reddit is different. We hope that this show complements your experience of Reddit. And keep in mind that it's a video-centric show.
True.
So if you're listening on audio,
we love you.
Maybe you
But
shouldn't.
You're probably going to miss all the best stuff.
Yeah, that's
especially since we've got our little video breaks, because there is quite a bit of video that's shared on Reddit.
Right.
In fact, a lot of stuff that gets sort of circulated around the internet. I'm like, oh my God, this is so Reddit 2 months ago.
I know. I'm like, Facebook is old Reddit. Like,
oh, it's really old
like
Reddit.
Recycled Reddit.
It's like Reddit went to sleep for 40 years.
Yeah.
Like Rip Van Winkle Reddit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess let's go ahead and get to the top stories.
Let's do it.
Something's wrong with me. Here we are. Got it. No, I don't know where I'm
you know
going.
What it
anyway,
is?
let's talk about gift exchange.
Yeah, okay.
Arbitrary Day Gift Exchange. I remember what we're covering.
Yeah.
Reddit has this great history of these wonderful gift exchanges. Last year they did it's like a Secret Santa where you sign up.
But it's not Christmas based.
Now, this is the first time that it's not based around Christmas.
Okay.
They've normally been based around holiday season time, and so now it's like smack in the middle of the year. There's no holidays. Everyone's gift deprived, and they're calling it Arbitrary Gift Exchange Day, I believe. And so the idea is that you sign up
because it's Arbitrary Day.
Exactly.
It's a secular day that's not associated with any deity or.
No. And you sign up. Give them a little bit, your Reddit username and that sort of stuff, and you will be matched with someone. Then you ship off your gift, and you can, cyber stalk the person that you're matched with to figure out what's the best gift to give them, and then ship it off to them. And someone will do the same for you when you sign up. Last year, it started in 2009, and they've had 44,000 people participate in the Secret Santa.
Have
and
you
that was
ever
in
participated?
2012. Last year, I think I signed up, but I never responded to the confirmation email or something like that.
So no.
And so no.
So no.
I really wanted to in 2013.
Well, maybe this is the year for you, because sometimes you get matched up with a really cool person. We've mentioned that Bill Gates is kind of like one of those really interesting, rich philanthropy Microsoft founders that hangs out on Reddit a lot. He gave a cow to Heifer International for Reddit NY 1227 last year for Secret Santa.
Right. And that's a whole
pretty
cow.
Cute.
A whole cow.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Right.
It's that I just don't know what to say except that that's just great.
I remember one year, Bill Gates has participated in a few different things on Reddit, and one of them was, you can stop worrying now because I was Bill Gates' Secret Santa recipient. It's like everyone can calm down because it was me. So it's just I'm the person who got Bill Gates' gift. And
well, and that's where
where that
photo came from, because a lot of people were like
Well, Bill Gates, what he normally does is he will add an image of himself, so almost as proof. It's like, yes, you're really getting it from Bill Gates. So
Yeah.
that will be part of the package or whatever. It's like a picture of him with a note or something saying, and because it's kind of like a Reddit thing for proof is a photo of yourself, so,
Right.
and
Proof of
a
life.
handwritten note that says this is real.
Proof of Arbitrary Day Secret Santa.
Right.
It was me.
It was me.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, if you participate, and especially if you're, I mean, we won't give anything away,
Right.
but if you're planning on getting somebody a gift or something, it'd be kind of fun to give us some feedback. Just give us a little insider information on if you're going to go totally crazy and be like the hero of Arbitrary Day.
Right.
That'd be kind of fun.
So sign-ups start on May 11th. They end on May 26th. And then after they end, you'll be matched with someone, and then you have to send out your gift by June 13th. If you want to sign up, head on over to redditgifts.com. And it should be on the main page of redditgifts.com.
The only thing wrong with something like this, and it's probably just because I'm lazy and selfish, is that I feel like there's so many birthdays throughout the year. There's so many occasions. Somebody always has a baby, and then there's the holidays. I have to give people too many gifts anyway. I don't know how fun this sounds to me. But
What do you
that's because I'm
mean?
dead inside.
Oh.
I know. Well, you know what I'm not dead inside about, though, are memes.
No.
And in fact, we're going to try something a little bit different on the show today because we're thinking Reddit Up, of course, is a show that you can watch whenever you like. As we continue to get up and running, we'll have a show feed that'll be audio and video. But for the time being, we're kind of relying on the folks that are hanging out with us live, giving us feedback in chat, to kind of let us know how we're doing. So we thought, instead of telling you what the meme of the week is, we would let you vote.
This is an interactive show on the internet. What?
So 3 great memes that were covered this week. We decided we're not going to tell you what they are. You're going to, and we need you to vote. How do they vote?
So we'll give you a straw poll at the end. We're going to run through all the memes
Okay.
and then give you a link to vote. So you don't
Okay.
you don't get quick trigger finger on your voting. So first, Reddit's clear favorite this week was Carter by the 1211, and this is a child eating a banana, but he just looks so badass.
Does
I
he?
mean, look at that face.
Reddit loves him
He's
that much?
Listen, look, like just
He's a
okay.
baby.
Yeah, he's a baby eating a
likes
banana,
bananas.
wearing sunglasses.
It's the sunglasses, isn't it?
And I
Because all
also-
I can do is focus on that dead grass behind
It's
him.
it's also he's wearing a uniform. He's a uniformed baby. He has kind of like a jacket on.
It's cold.
It's
He's wearing mittens.
oh come on, he's the most badass baby you've ever seen.
Oh, boy.
So this
So there's
inspired
that.
some great knockoffs, like the little one.
Okay, that's
who
starting to
knocks.
become funny.
Come on, look at that.
That's
He's so
funny.
badass, right?
Okay, all right.
And this was submitted by Coca Yoda. And then next, for some reason, this baby really likes mountains. So there's a big old mountain thing. Look at him hanging out there, and
'Cause it's
top
just-
of Everest
yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
It's not
so
top of Everest.
badass.
But
Get
yeah,
on up there.
That's so
above
that's
the
one
clouds.
meme is baby eating banana.
All right, so baby eating banana was a Reddit fave, but you have a couple other to choose from. This thread was started by a post called "So Big," submitted by Hebicular onto Reddit. Oh, buddy! Oh my gosh, you cannot tell me badass baby beats
Okay. Well,
huggy kitty.
Cat that keeps its arms in the air for too long. Really?
Oh
That's
my
the-
gosh, that is. I could watch it forever. I
Oh
could watch
my
it
gosh.
forever and ever.
No, look. Wait. Zoom in. Enhance. It looks like he's keeping the cat's arms up. Like the cat wants to put his arms down, but then he puts
Oh
his
my
thumbs
God,
there
what
and
is
keeps
wrong
them
with
up.
you?
Make it cuter.
It's fine.
And then, God.
My cat. Why is?
Whoa!
Oh, I see what's happening now. Now it's compiled into one post by RadJ1907. So this is how memes get started, people. You know, my cats don't.
Over
They don't stretch
9,000.
quite as dramatically as this guy, but no, it's a real cat thing.
That wall looks like
They like
oh,
a
there.
good. It's a nice. Oh, sir, you're like a slinky. Okay, so that's number 2 of 3. What's number 3?
Okay, number 3. Sorry, I'm just still distracted by this cat getting taken away by UFOs. So this last one is actually Dad Joke Dog.
Dad Joke
Dad
Dog.
Joke Dog. So we don't know for sure who started it, but it may have been probably drunk right now, was the user. And the idea is that there's these 3 images of this dog, and he starts to tell a joke. He kind of he can either get to the punchline or not, or it continues on, and then he looks at the camera there. Like, he's a dad dog who's telling jokes, you know?
And he's not so good at it because he's a dog.
Well, I mean, it's based off of the subreddit dad jokes.
Right.
Which is like really lame jokes. Like jokes about like ramen noodles and stupid
jokes.
things.
I know.
Right.
I know. Yeah.
Right. And they're like sometimes punny, and they're just basically really bad jokes. So, did you hear about the kidnapping at school? It's okay. He woke up.
That's funny.
They're funny, but it's like what we were just talking about.
I'm a
they're
dad,
funny because
so
they're so bad.
They're terrible. And
why
he's a
can't
dog.
you hear?
And he kind of looks like a dad dog in a weird way.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. Like,
It doesn't look like a puppy. It
No,
looks
he
like
looks like a dad dog.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl in the bathroom?
Okay, so
The P is silent.
that's funny.
It's pretty funny.
Okay,
especially
I don't know
for
what's wrong with
dyslexic like me.
I'm just punchy, maybe. So we mentioned that we have a straw poll. We want you to vote.
Vote on your favorite meme.
We will revisit it a little bit later in the show. So which one do you like? Carter the banana eater, the cat that's so big, or Dad Joke Dog? Go to strawpoll.me/1718881.
That's 1,718,881.
Correct.
If you want.
If that's more helpful.
That helps.
In going to the permalink.
Or
but yes, do vote.
171
Do vote. And if
8881.
you all vote and think this is fun, we'll do it again next week. And if you don't, then whatever.
The cool thing about straw
You don't
polls is
own
we can
us.
see the votes coming in right now.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Currently, So Big Cat is winning. Dad Joke Dog is.
I feel like I was
in
leading the
second.
witnesses a little bit on this one, but hey,
It's pretty hard to not
I feel like
to compete with cat.
Right.
Cute cat.
But vote with your hearts.
So later on in the episode, we'll check out the results.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get to the video ad break of the week. So we were going to show you extinguishing a fire using jet engines mounted on top of a tank, but that was removed off of YouTube. So I know, right? So instead, we have this child prodigy who is really, really, really good at yo-yoing. And it's not only that is okay. So there's two things that makes this amazing. You don't look that impressed.
No, I'm
okay.
I'm enthralled. Is
Two
what
things
I
that
am.
make this amazing. One, the moves of the yo-yo.
Yeah.
Two, how unabashedly not caring this kid is. He just does not care that he's just rocking it with the yo-yo.
Oh,
He looks bored.
I think he's just, concentrating.
Later on, like, he looks over to the side, like, meh, okay, I'm ready for snacks. Like, right there, he's just kind of like.
Now, allow me to be unfair for a moment, if I may. When I think of a child prodigy, I think of like a whiz pianist.
Well, that was my word, not him.
What?
He didn't say he was a child prodigy. I did. Go ahead.
But okay, then
Okay.
then I have a bone to pick with you.
me, it was my fault.
But when it comes, like, how does he, are we all gonna go see him in a symphony hall doing the yo-yo tricks? I want him to do something really cool because he obviously has a lot
we're
of
at least gonna see him at
hand-eye coordination.
I didn't even know this was a thing. Asian Pacific Yo-Yo Championships.
Well, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That was held on the 12th through the 14th of July, 2013.
Well, I hope he just gets a lot of money because he's clearly good at that, and maybe he should be a cool pastry chef or something. And he could make crazy desserts really easily and string it along. I don't know.
He'd be the best finger painter. He's really fast.
True. Yes. Also, not gonna pay symphony prices. To
So
see
that was posted by Silverhold.
Thanks, Silverhold. All right, moving on to in other news. other news around the Reddit universe. So this is kind of crazy. There's a Japanese drink company that's called Pocari Sweat. Have you heard of it?
No.
I hadn't either. However, they can claim to be the first company to put a billboard for this product on the moon.
Well, their campaign is working. We now know about this Pocari Sweat? Pocari Sweat.
Yeah. First of all,
that's a
don't
bad
put
name
sweat
for
on your
a-
soda can.
Golly.
Ew. It's the last thing I want to do when I'm drinking soda is sweat.
They have videos of the engineering team thinking about how they're going to put this soda can on the moon and all sorts of weird things. This seems like such a interesting ad campaign.
I don't believe you at all.
It's
you did not sell
interesting.
that to me at all.
It is interesting. That's what I said. It's an interesting ad
It's one of these,
campaign.
we did it first just because
Yeah.
we did it first.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah,
that happened.
Submitted,
Good work,
submitted
soda.
by Blinker Goes Left in Futurology.
Yes.
So
Futurology, the subreddit.
the subreddit r slash Futurology. So the next one that I have is this is a terminally ill fellow who says that his doctors only tell him that he only has 2 months left to live, and he wants some movies to see before he dies. So he's submitted this to r/movies. This is Monterey. Mother Yucker.
Mother Yucker 5.
Mother Yucker 5. And also,
Well, so this is, I mean, this starts off really sad, but then
Yeah.
you think, well, hey, man, if
only
really
got 2
you'd
months.
like to see some of these poignant movies that
Right.
that you may have not gotten around
And he was
to.
he was just a great guy. He was really touched by all the comments that he got. The top comment, which I think is really great, is don't choose, there's not much we can suggest here. Just ask your friends to pick their favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
You learn a little about your friends. You get to hang out with your friends and come together and just spend some more time together. Don't spend time just hanging out on Netflix, bro.
Yeah, because it's about togetherness.
Right, absolutely.
You
So
know?
that was really touching. So and then
That's
of course,
a thread worth looking through. I mean, just to
especially
get
if you want
good.
some good movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we all like good movies and recommendations.
Yep. And that
and
top comment was by Tragic Ether. So. Yeah. So very touching kind of story about a whole bunch of people coming together to entertain some folks.
Yeah, I wish the circumstances were different, but
Yep.
definitely good advice. All right, this is definitely not good advice, if you can even call it advice. Let's just say some people can be so cruel. This was submitted by Longhorn_Mike, and it is a photo of what looks to be an outlet at an airport at JFK. Now, those can be hard to come by. You find an outlet that nobody's using, you're like, oh my
Wonderful.
gosh, jackpot. It's
Yeah,
like somebody just
it's like winning
rained
the
money
lottery.
all over my face, except that this is a sticker. This is not an outlet.
Yeah.
This is a sticker.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
This is like pasting the coin on the floor. No one can pick it up.
Worse than that.
You go over, and the thing is that this is such an iconic look. Like the outlet is
Yeah.
like a red flag for anyone
Well,
who's in desperate need of power.
At first, I was like, so what's wrong with it? It's because it's like slightly
tiny
rounded.
curve.
Will the tongs not go in properly?
Yeah,
No,
you were
it's not-
fooled.
Not an outlet at all. I was
It's a
totally fooled.
sticker.
If I would have seen this in real life, I spent quite a bit of time in airports over the weekend. We won't even get into that. But needless to say, with delays come.
Can you imagine?
Needing to charge things.
Can you imagine? You need to charge something. You're scoping out for an outlet. You see one. You lug all your luggage over, and you bend down and it's a sticker.
Who would do that? Who would do something like that?
That was an
It's like knocking the
r/picks
ice cream out of my hand.
by Longhorn Mike. Thanks for submitting that.
Yeah.
So let's move on to AMAs this week.
All right.
U.S.
Those are Ask Me Anythings.
Oh, right. Ask me anything. So what happens is on the AMA subreddit, people will submit a thread that says, I'm so-and-so. There's Ask Me Anything, or there's I am a. So that's the I am AMA sort of stuff. So I am a, there's a big one. It gets a little confusing because there's AMA and IAMA, and IAMA
There's
stands
some-
for I am a.
Yeah.
Ask Me Anything.
There are a few different ways
tiny bit confusing.
to read it and identify with yourself, but mostly
people wouldn't normally
I am
say-
a person
Right.
who knows a lot about something or is a public figure in some way.
A big
Please
one,
have
and
at me.
we're not going to talk about it, but a big one was I'm an Amazon employee working at fulfillment center. Ask Me Anything, and that got really big.
Was it okay, anyway.
Anyway, so one of the big ones was I am Senator Ron Wyden. Ask Me Anything, and he hung out with Alexis Ohanian to talk about some of the net neutrality issues. And so this was an Ask Me Almost Anything
Now,
thread.
and Ron Wyden is a U.S. Senator who is on the side of net neutrality, correct?
Correct.
So the two of them have kind of banded together to get the word out as much as possible. Alexis Ohanian, of course, we talked a few weeks ago, had...
This was not a debate, yeah.
Right, had gathered some money together to put a billboard up in Washington to at least spread the word that if you believe in net neutrality, the definition of it is threatened and continues to be, as the U.S. government tries to figure out what they believe. Not that, you know.
So I
Gonna
just
get too into
suggest
that.
check out this thread because it's absolutely wonderful and some really, and of course, two very fantastic people to answer questions about net neutrality and in
Good
general.
question, in fact, came from Paul Schreiber, who said, it's pretty clear that reclassifying broadband under Title II is the right way to fix this. That's a popular opinion. What can we do to ensure that the FCC reclassifies? Can we force this type of classification through legislative action? Would such legislation pass? Alexis Ohanian, of course, who's the Reddit co-founder, says the last time it was attempted as a legislative, it failed pretty hard, but this time we have much more momentum coming from this grassroots push of Americans demanding it. Basically, if we make it political suicide to vote against reclassifying broadband under Title II, we can trump all those millions of internet provider lobbying dollars, just like we did against $94 million in Hollywood money.
Yeah, yeah.
So there you go.
Wonderful.
People who definitely believe in a cause, and it's well worth reading, no matter what side of the fence you're on.
Next, AMA was from Tony Hawk. Tony
Ooh,
Hawk.
the
Hi.
famous skateboarder.
The pro skateboarder. Tony Skates was his username, which I
That's a
kind of
good one.
thought was a pretty
Yeah,
good one.
that's like Sarahland Rocks.
Right.
I'm just trying to be really, really
Tony
literal.
Skates. Right, right.
Tony Skates.
Right. So I love what's your favorite sport besides snowboarding? And or skateboarding. He goes snowboarding. Same sentence, softer surface. Same stance, softer surface. In fact, I was writing in
Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Mammoth is a
That's right.
mountain down in the Los Angeles area where people snowboard.
Yeah, snowboarders.
Hey,
Anyway.
well, I guess they got a lot of snow down there in Mammoth even this time of year. That's a little bit interesting.
Amazing.
Yeah, Tony Hawk, I mean, I don't know him. Seems like a pretty cool dude, though.
Yeah.
I know
Seems
he-
like a good guy.
Yeah.
I bought some of his socks once.
Okay.
You know, he has a
I've never
clothing-
bought anything of
He
his.
has a clothing
But I
line.
think he's pretty talented.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Skateboarding is tough. So
It is.
Good work. Thanks for being part of the Reddit community, Tony Skates. Okay, I gassed, as in little I, big G, H-A-S-T, asked Tony. I've always wanted to ask this. When you play your own games, do you play as the pre-made Tony Hawk, or do you make yourself as a character?
And then Tony Hawk Pro Skating games, like video
Right.
games.
And Tony Hawk, as Tony Skate says, I always finish my games with my pre-made character so that I know all of my special moves and I'm ready for any random challengers. So I play with myself, so to speak.
Funny.
Good
very,
one.
very good one.
Very good one. All right, who else do we have?
Next is Jon Favreau. Favreau.
Right.
Not
Not the one who works for Obama, the Hollywood guy.
Right,
The
right.
guy from Swingers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that guy.
And
This one I
anyway,
could kind of care less
you know,
about.
Jon Favreau has been around a long time. He's not only a actor, he's a director. He's a pretty big deal. A lot of people like him. And he got quite a few questions. Flea Bass was one of the best questions, who says, big fan of your work, especially Dinner for Five, which is like a predecessor of podcasting. Any chance of bringing it back? Mr. Favs, Jon Favreau says, I talk about it from time to time. I feel the same way you do about Dinner for Five's relationship with podcasting. And I feel that there are a lot of outlets now that give you the same access or in-depth conversations about the business. I've listened to podcasts every day, and there's nothing like the long, relaxed conversation with somebody that I'm curious about.
Ah, very cool.
Well, that's promising.
He's a podcast listener.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
I
How's it
have
going?
no problem being in your next
Sorry
movie.
for screwing up your name.
It's fine. Now you know.
Yeah, now you know. So next is Alex Rogopoulos, co-founder of the video game studio Harmonix, who they make music-based video games. And so they were talking about their Kickstarter campaign to remake the game Amplitude. And it's just kind of a neat guy, especially in the video game industry.
Yeah, Egocentric Plastic Sam was a Reddit member who asked about the future of the Rock Band series. And Alex said, Mr. Egocentric Plastic Sam, the Rock Band series is dear to our hearts at Harmonix. To put it lightly, we are determined to bring it back when the time is right. So that's good news.
That is good news.
Now, Rock Band is the one that, it started with the Guitar Hero, right?
Right.
And then Rock Band was the one where it was like,
Everything.
it's an ensemble.
Right.
You could
Right.
sing, you could be
Right.
the drummer. Yeah,
Right.
see, I always liked that one better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of distilled it a little bit better, and of course you could play with all your friends.
Sure.
That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a next-gen Rock Band?
Ah.
And there's a lot of competition in that space. I remember going to E3 one year, and it seemed like there was like 7 or 8 different companies that were trying to come out with their own peripherals and
Sure.
different types, and a lot of them were real guitars, you know, that you could plug in and whatnot.
Well, that's sort of the line that you're walking, right? Is a lot of us like the idea of it, but I mean, I don't necessarily.
Right.
It's not because I want to hold a real guitar, but maybe you are on that side of
Right.
things. It's just, yeah, it's like they're still perfecting that
Right.
that secret sauce.
Right.
I prefer Dance Central myself.
Dance Central, that's your jam?
That's way more fun to me than, you know, pretending to be a guitarist.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Today
But again,
I learned.
yeah.
Wonderful. So AMAs coming up are Mantis Yahoo.
Mattis Yahoo, yeah.
Mattis Yahoo, and you know who's that? No?
He is a Hasidic Jewish rapper who I have. He's been around quite a while. Like, well, I don't know, 10 years or something
Right.
like that. And somebody told me earlier that he's not as religious anymore. So take that for whatever
Interesting.
it means to you. But he's a talented man.
Interesting. Next is Clark Gregg of Agent Coulson and the Avengers Shield guy. He was the fellow. Well, no spoilers, but yeah, he was in the latest Avengers movie, and he's the agent who.
I think I've seen the Avengers. It's
Do you
hard for me to
remember,
know.
like, the Shield had this like really long, stupid name, and like he has this one line where it's like, "Oh, we've shortened it to Shield," and you're like, "Oh, that guy's a badass." Oh my god.
I probably fell asleep.
No, okay, yeah, that's him.
Who else is coming up? in
And
the
Lou
AMAs?
Ferrigno.
Oh,
So,
the Hulk.
The Hulk.
All right.
The Hulk. A friend of mine, his claim to fame is that he rode the Hulk. What is it? Roller coaster with the Hulk. Lou Ferrigno was in like behind him as he was riding the Hulk roller coaster.
You know, once
rode the Hulk.
I interviewed Lou Ferrigno. I have all these like random stories that nobody cares about except me. And it was like an interview, but we were supposed to like do something cool rather than just sit there. So I interviewed him while we worked out together.
What? Because what would you do with the Hulk but work out with
It's
him?
a true story. I'll find, I don't know, there's got to be footage
He
somewhere
has
on the internet.
muscles and needs to be interviewed.
He was really nice. He was a really, really nice man.
That's great.
I enjoyed my time with him, as ridiculous as it was.
That's great.
Also ridiculous, in a good way, is our Awe of the Week. There are quite a few of them, so just have fun. Oh, look
Aw.
at our little, oh my goodness.
It's a squirrel with a cast.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, you really do awe, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that what is that?
It's a puppy with
it's a
he's
puppy.
cuddling something. He's just a puppy. And that's just a cat.
That's just a cat. Don't say it like that.
It's just a cat.
Oh, look, buddies.
Right before
See,
he ate him.
You audio listeners, you just don't.
Yeah,
you
you
don't know
gotta
how much
tune
your
in.
hearts could melt into little pools.
And that's it.
Oh, that's
there
it.
we go. We're done.
That was
done with
fun.
the Awe of the Week.
Enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
Stuff. All right, let's move on to the subreddit of the week, which is kind of the same idea. It's called OddUcational. So it's an awe, but you learn a little something
an awe
at the
image,
same time.
Right, with a fact attached.
Exactly.
Basically. So some of them were free-ranging domestic cats kill 1.3 to 4 billion birds and 6.3 to 22.3 mammals annually in the United States, and are likely the greatest source.
You sound.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what, I'm
like
done.
you're
Too long, didn't read, basically, and it's attached to a cute cat or climbing up a tree.
Yeah, the TLDR version of that headline is they look cute, but they're murderers.
Right. Basically.
They're murdering the rest of.
Look at that cute cat. He destroys some millions of animals each year that I didn't bother to read.
But domestic cats are killing that many mammals? Oh, I guess because they're gophers and rats and stuff like that.
It's mice.
Yeah.
Mice,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's a fantastic subreddit with
educational
a lot of
facts
cute
about
things.
cute creatures.
Yeah.
And it's AWWDucational. OddUcational.
Educational.
See what they did there? All right, let's move on to a little Ask Reddit.
Ask Reddit is where people submit a question and all of Reddit gets to answer back. So the thread that we are covering this week is what trend should make a comeback, and that's by Spicy Farkle is the user who submitted that.
So that's just like, oh, remember when we all went roller skating type of a thing? Hey, we should bring that back. Okay,
So
all right,
like Specs,
I think I understand.
Specs Van Dyke says putting free stuff in cereal boxes.
Do they not do that anymore?
No.
I don't eat cereal.
Because it's like a choking hazard. So they now put like a coupon and you have to mail it in and then get it back or like scan it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm pretty into what Bacon Fan says, and that's drinking liquor at work. That's a trend that should make a comeback.
Comeback.
You know, Bacon Fan, I'm not sure where you work, but I'm not sure it ever went away.
Didn't hear.
No?
Not here at this
No?
one.
No, I'm not going to name any names, but there are certain other people working here that like to crack open a cold one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes somewhat early in the day.
Yep. I liked Ex-Soldier88 says, burning witches. Nothing gets communities together better than a good old-fashioned witch burning.
What the heck?
That was a joke. Come on.
Oh,
I mean,
Ex-Soldier88.
it's just funny. You know, I actually, back in we were having a meeting and I said, witch hunts, you know, like where did they go? We need more witch hunts.
Oh.
It was a joke.
They're also alive and well in Africa.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
All right. Finally, this one I can get behind. Deleted while drunk. That's the username. Has submitted the idea of flip phones like the Motorola Razr.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a trend that should make a comeback.
How would we do touchscreen stuff?
I don't know that I agree with that, but I will say I kind of miss the days. I kind of miss the days where people had phone conversations at all, but it was always sort of satisfying to like flip your
Or
phone
close it.
like I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. Like
yeah.
there was a feeling,
Yeah.
a tangible
I always
feeling
loved
that I do miss a little
just
bit.
fumbling with the opening and closing it, and that sort of stuff.
I can't imagine that, Chad.
Yeah. No.
You?
Me? ADHD? What?
You
What?
fidgety?
Yeah.
Hey, so I guess this is the time that we
Yeah.
get to answer the question as well. I mentioned roller skating, and I don't know. I don't really care if I ever go roller skating again. But you know what I think should really make a comeback? Drive-in movie theaters. When I was a kid, I used to love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a kid, so it wasn't like I was
yeah.
it wasn't like a make-out drive-in thing. I've never
Right.
actually done that because by the time I was a teenager, they were all gone.
They're mostly all gone.
At least
Why do
in
you
my
think
neighborhood.
that ended?
I don't know. I guess
'Cause
the
I know there's still a
multiplexes
few.
got built and they could charge more,
Right.
and whoever owned the drive-in like the lot
Right.
probably figured they could sell it for something else.
Right.
But it was a really weird, fun thing to do on a hot summer night.
Yeah.
You know, you sit in your car and you can kind of talk
Yeah.
and people don't bug each other. And
Yeah.
I used to like that.
That is kind of nice. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
Yeah.
It's funny because part of me was like, I've only like gone through like basically 2 decades of trends. So like all the things I want to come back are like in the 90s, like Jinko jeans.
What are those?
Laser printers. Jinko jeans? Jinko jeans were the really baggy jeans that guys would wear, and they were huge when I was in elementary school, and they had huge pockets. It's kind of that look of yeah. They'd have these gigantic pockets.
Oh, come on.
Is that not like super 90s? Do you not remember these?
I think, if you were in elementary school, I mean, nobody wore jeans quite that big.
I mean, they weren't that like this is the most extreme of the Jinko jeans, but like that huge pant leg.
Yeah, no.
That was
no.
See, no one would wear that.
No one that I've ever seen
That's
in
like
life.
a costume of a Jinko jean.
I've never. He's wearing 2 dresses.
Yeah, but so then I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't go like in just the decades that I've lived. And so it's like maybe like buckles on your shoes.
They still have those.
But I want them to come back. Like
but they're already on shoes.
But for guys, like
for guys.
Yeah, I mean,
what?
You can get
Come on, maybe a men's store.
It's just, or like maybe top hats with buckles. Like let's go back. Let's go back to pilgrimage days. Come on.
Okay. The pilgrimage days.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Pilgrims.
All right. I feel like we've sufficiently covered that. Why don't we move on to our meme of the week? Now, this is actually a revisit because we asked you earlier in the show. What do you think is the best meme of our straw poll? Should we pull it up?
And we have the results. They are in. Of course, So Big Cat won.
So Big Cat won with 29 votes, or 62%, followed by Dad Joke Dog with 11 votes, or 23%, and Carter the Banana Eater. You guys were with me pretty much.
I thought that baby was crazy.
That baby was okay.
He only got 7 votes.
Yeah, the baby didn't do anything
15%.
Baby just stood there eating a banana like
badass
a baby.
And he liked mountains.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Well,
moving
thanks
on.
everybody for participating.
That's pretty cool.
We may or we may not do that next.
It's pretty obvious that the cat was gonna win. I mean, I could have told you that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's move on to this week. I learned. So today I learned this week. Today,
I see what you're going.
This week's Today I Learned.
We're still trying to figure out the vernacular for Reddit Up.
Right.
And, there's
a lot of things that make a lot of sense in text.
There are a lot of
that are really
acronyms,
difficult to say out
and then
loud.
we're used to saying this weekend, and just,
Absolutely.
like just stay with us.
So today I learned shortened
smooth as butter.
to TIL. So
Yes.
what did we learn?
What did we
this
learn?
week?
Well, TIL, today I learned that John Cena holds the record for wishes granted with the Make-A-Wish Foundation by any celebrity at over 400.
Wow. Yeah, I guess he's a wrestler.
Good work, Mr.
Something
Cena.
like that. So today I learned Godzilla's original name,
Gojira.
Gojira, I had said it just before the show, is a mashup of the Japanese words for gorilla and whale.
Interesting.
He's a gorilla whale.
Today I learned that Emilia Clarke, who is the actress who plays Daenerys Targaryen, or Khaleesi, in Game of Thrones, also voiced Dr. Zoidberg's lover in Stench and Sensibility, which is Futurama.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Today I learned an experiment in Massachusetts that put on by the transit police placed cardboard cops near bike racks in Cambridge, and bike theft dropped by 67% a month. And then cardboard cutouts stealing rose by 26%.
It's like the urban scarecrow.
It is like the urban scarecrow.
Everyone's like, no, I'm just...
Whoa! There's a cop standing there.
Everyone run. Let's pick another neighborhood.
I think this is also a test of how many people look each other in the eyes. Like,
right, yeah.
Cop there, don't look at him.
Just
don't
keep
even
moving.
notice he's made of cardboard.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think, Chad?
I'm worried that we didn't mention any of the usernames of the people who submitted those today. I learned.
Oh, no.
BALLSS did the first one.
Thanks to Balls.
Okay.
Wazula42, AI1223.
If you spell it, they don't know.
And
like
Kelkacho's Rose.
Kelkacho's Rose. So, that is about it for this episode of Reddit Up. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you would like to submit links for things that we should cover, head on over to our subreddit, reddit.com/r/RedditUp. And that's where you'll find our subreddit, or r/Reddit Up.
Yeah. We're going to be pulling from that pool more and more as we continue the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you think about this Beta 5?
I liked it. I liked it.
I'm so glad you didn't say I hated it.
I want to get through one episode where I don't screw up saying names or not knowing who famous people are.
Well, nobody
Or-
can know everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't know much about the Avengers
Okay, that's
because
true.
I tend to fall asleep in
That's
superhero
true.
movies. It's
I feel
just
like I
something
don't
that
know
do.
things about important stuff though.
Yeah, well, it's all relative, isn't it? You know, witch hunts.
Exactly.
Fine.
Exactly. Where can people follow you online? Twitter.com.
Who, me?
Sarah Lane. Right.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I'm Sarah Lane everywhere except on Reddit where I'm Sarah Lane Rocks.
Wonderful.
Also in Twit IRC. It's sort of my alter ego handle.
Cool.
What about you?
Twitter.com/OMGChat.
OMG Chad. Well, we are, this is
No,
actually
no.
for anybody watching live, we're shooting this show. We normally shoot on Thursdays right after Tech News Tonight. So that's about 4:30 or so Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern. We are shooting the show a couple days late because I was traveling. But we'll be back this Thursday with
Another
Beta
episode?
6.
Beta 6.
Beta 6. It's going to be the best one yet, so please do join us. Thanks everybody for watching.
Bye.
Bye.